What's up, guys? Welcome to Season 3, Episode 16.
Hey!
16, there's still time for you. It's like that Five for Fighting song. But nonetheless, we are here. Justin, this is our first time back in a minute.
Yeah.
To you fans, it'll feel like no time. But to us, it's been weeks.
Yeah, I had a long little stretch of work, and I'm back home. Back home for the first time in 3 weeks, Chad. It's been a while. I get to sleep in my own bed tonight instead of living in a hotel room.
Hotel beds are comfy.
Not compared to the bed that your mother made with some wheat, some hay, some hot glue, and some love.
What?
Let's get in the raw.
My mother didn't do any of those things.
Because you're John Berger.
Yeah?
John Berger defeats Sonny Siaki here in front of 10,000 people at the Harvard Yard Arena here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Chad, have you ever been to Bridgeport, Connecticut?
No.
Hey, anyone who's ever been to Bridgeport, Connecticut, apply to be my new guest host. I need one.
Oh.
I need a local.
Yeah.
Season 3, we're changing the game, all right, Chad?
Yeah, we're gonna have special guest hosts for a town we run in. After we already run there. So if somebody
when this comes out in a month, they'll be like, yeah, I live there. Let me host.
Yeah. Why do they sound like they're from Alabama?
They're from Connecticut.
Is that how they talk in Connecticut? Triple H is from Connecticut.
Have you been there, Chad?
He sounds like.
Yeah, he sounds like this.
Triple H speak.
Chad,
yeah, it would be more
Stephanie.
Like, hey, I'm from there.
Yeah, John Berger defeats Sonny Siaki in 10-26 with that hot and spicy, sweet and sour, Chad. What a move.
Ooh, sweet and sour.
Have you ever...
I also like that on my chicken.
You like John Berger's finishing move on your chicken?
Sweet and sour, yeah.
We start off Monday Night Raw with your 2001 King of the Ring and so far your 2001 Wrestler of the Year, Triple H. Chad, do you have the triple? You don't have the Wrestler of the Year so far.
No, but I had it last year and you won, so listen.
Yeah, so it sounds like I'm going to win again.
Oh, it sounds like the pattern's going to repeat, and I will win this.
Well, regardless, Triple H comes up. We saw him win King of the Ring last night, defeating the Texas Rattlesnake Stone Cold Steve Austin in probably one of the best matches of the year, King of the Ring 2001. That was less than 24 hours ago, but tonight Triple H makes his way down to the ring, and he's got one thing on his mind, Mr. Pringle. It's Brock Lesnar. We now know the main event of SummerSlam will be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar, your WWF World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And Triple H, he comes out and he does not want to wait until SummerSlam. He calls out Mr. Lesnar tonight. He wants Brock Lesnar tonight here in the Harbor Yard, the WWF World Heavyweight Championship on the line. And Brock comes out and he says, no, that's not going to happen, Triple H. That's not going to happen, Hunter. It's in the contract already. It's in the contract of the King of the Ring. Unless I agree to it, the King of the Ring gets his title shot at SummerSlam. The fans start booing him. Boo! You can boo all you want. You live in Connecticut, you dumb idiots. But if you want to get your hands on me, you're going to have to wait in line. You're going to have to wait. You're going to have to go sit back on your couch. You're going to go wait for 8 more weeks. Because I'm not ever going to step in the ring with you, Triple H. And then Vince McMahon comes out, Chad.
Ooh.
Vince McMahon comes out, but he comes out in a later segment. I prematurely had Vince come out here. He'll be coming out later tonight in a different segment to set up a match.
Premature Vince-elation.
Yes. We cut to the moving Raw match graphic. We get to see Lenny Lane and Buff Bagwell up next. You excited for this match, Chad? Season 3. Yeah. Lenny Lane, Buff Bagwell. Well, a decent little match here. Lenny Lane drew with Buff Bagwell in 12-14 when the referee lost control when John Bradshaw Layfield came out and hit a clothesline from hell on both of these men. Laying out Lenny Lane, the European champion, laying out Big Buff Bagwell, former WCW shitbag. JBL, former WWF European Championship champion. Looks like he's laying the claim. He wants his title back. We move on. Stasiak calls out Randy Orton, Chad. He calls out Randy Orton. He already beat Mike Tyson at Backlash a couple months ago, and now he wants to take out Randy Orton on his way to Brock Lesnar. And this is where Vince McMahon comes out now, Chad. Vince now comes out. He says, I'm tired of all these guys calling out each other. The big matches will happen at SummerSlam, but we got a Raw branded pay-per-view coming up in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever. Doesn't matter. I can't get my time right. We already know the main event of SummerSlam will be Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. And Stasiak, you want Randy Orton right now. You want to fight Randy Orton. So how about at No Mercy in 4 weeks, the main event of that show? Stasiak, you'll team up with Triple H to take on Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar. Wow, what a match that's going to be, Chad. What a match that is going to be. Stasiak will also he'll get his hands on Randy Orton, but that will also mean that'll be the first time we see Stasiak and Lesnar in the ring together since SummerSlam 2000, where Lesnar killed Sean Stasiak. Scott Vick takes on Ernest, the Cat Miller, and Scott Vick hits the cure on Ernest Miller in 10:05 and gets a nice little win here, Chad. Remember Scott Vick?
More like Scott Sick.
Well, why'd you sound so far away from your microphone? Say it with your chest.
More like Scott Sick.
I didn't say yell.
I said it with my chest.
And then the Sick Boys, they do a little creepy little what am I trying to think of here, Chad? What's the word I'm trying to think of? Like the lights go out and Sick Boys getting picked up and carried by Scott Studd and Major Stash. These guys are turned creepy. They're turned into sickos, Chad, and no one knows what's going on. The lights are flashing. It reminds me of The Brood, but not cool.
So a lame version of The Brood?
Yeah.
The crude.
There you go. We see Bryan Danielson in action against Frankie Kazarian. It's like 2021 All Elite Wrestling here. Bryan Danielson defeats Frankie Kazarian at 15-11 with a cat mutilation. Got a 77. What a match.
And go.
What a match. Are you eating?
No.
I didn't put this angle in the game. I didn't book it, but it is announced by the announcers. We do the little match graphic thing again. Our main event is a rematch from last night, a non-title match this time though. Dean Malenko takes on Alex Wright in our main event. PJ Black and oh my god, 96. These guys can go, Chad. PJ Black, you know. A couple weeks ago, we saw these guys keep talking. PJ and Stephanie, they said this is going to be the new era of this company because Stephanie and PJ Black are going to take over. But it was announced a couple last week. Stephanie is having a baby. She's pregnant. So PJ Black and Stephanie. Yeah, what timing it was. So Stephanie is going on maternity leave in 21 days, 3 weeks before the pay-per-view. And PJ Black, he's going to be there for Stephanie. So PJ Black says his goodbyes to the WWF universe for a couple until everything can go right.
You're writing them both off.
I have to. He's a good dad's got to be there.
Okay, yep, I'm right.
Edge and Christian make their way down to the ring, Chad. They take on America's favorite tag team, the Brothers of Construction, in our next match here. It gets an 84. Edge and Christian do get the win in 13:34 when Edge pins Bull with a missile drop kick. What a match it was. Edge and Christian celebrate, and they grab a microphone. They said, "This is it. This is the beauty. This is the definition of perfection right here." Edge and Christian, and then the little shitbags come out. Chad, the little shitbags of the Raw Tag Team division, the Rat Boys, come out.
Oh, damn right we do.
And they said, "No, we're the definition of perfection. We are the Monday Night Rat Boys." Chad Collier, the Big Rig Fig. We're a SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Edge and Christian, can you say that? And Edge and Christian are like, "No, because we haven't been a team on that show before, you dunce. You absolute buffoon. All right? We didn't have to hide behind Paul White to get our tag team titles. We didn't have to have a stupid little gimmick called the Rat Boy. We didn't have to cheat every match to get what we've got. We're one of the best damn tag teams, and there may be some tension, in the past between us two, but we have never been closer. We have never been more in sync." And then the Second City Saints come out, Chad. The Raw Tag Team. What are you going to do about it, Chad?
Being disrespectful to us. I don't like it.
Punk and Steel come out, and they come out, and Punk's like, neither one of you guys, neither one of you teams, all right, are even worthy of stepping in the ring with the two-time Raw Tag Team Champions, the Second City Saints. Now, I always do these promos, and then my brain just starts to not work.
Justin just forgets how to speak.
I forget how to speak, and I don't know how to say what I want to say. I suggest. There we go. Why did I fucking brain fumble on I suggest? Jesus. I suggest you four men leave before we go down there and we make you leave. And Edge and Christian and Chad Collier and Big Rig, they may have just fall right there, but they look together and they look at each other and they're like,
"Gonna beat these nerds up.
Let's bring it." And Punk and Steel just leave. They just leave.
Bitches.
They just leave. Kurt Angle. Oh, Kurt Angle's in a mood today, Chad. Oh. He comes down focused. The music doesn't even do the fucking fireworks. He just beelines it straight to the ring. He's in action. Up next, he's taking on Devin Storm. It gets a 93. Kurt Angle defeats Devin Storm in 15-15 by submission. It was teased on WWF.com and Twitter.com/Kurt Angle that he's got a new surprise. And that's why he's focused here. Chad and Kurt Angle grabs a microphone. He says, "You guys have been wondering on my social media here in 2001 what the hell I'm talking about this surprise. I think it was only I've sat in the back doing nothing, having meaningless matches, or after meaningless matches, I've had 5-star classics after 5-star classics that don't amount to shit. Chad, when was the last time I had a world title match? I haven't had a world title match. I'm one of the best damn in-ring performers in this company. And I'm being treated like I'm a nobody. So it's time to form a revolution. Time to form an alliance with someone who also feels the same damn way I do." And Chad, who comes out to join Kurt Angle?
It's not Devin Storm again. He doesn't just get up and say, "And I'm behind you." Oh.
Henry. The world's strongest man with the world's Olympic gold medalist. What a duo this is, Chad. We move on to our next segment. It's Dean and Alex Malenko.
Patriotic group.
Dean and Alex Wright. Dean Malenko, Alex Wright. Non-title match in our main event of the night. It gets an 89. Alex Wright, though, taps out Dean Malenko in 17:45 when he cheats to win here, Chad. He's tapping him out and he's grabbing the rope. He's clawing at Dean Malenko's eyes. He's using whatever tactics he can. when the referee's not paying too much attention, and he gets the win. He gets a tap out victory over Dean Malenko here, chat.
Oh, that's right.
In our main event. And then after the match, he picks him up and hits him with the brain buster, and he leaves the ring. And that
bastard.
And Dean Malenko laid out to end Monday Night Raw here. It gets a 92. Chat, what are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Nitro. That's what you're doing here.
Chad, do you remember the last time you had a 90?
No.
Me neither. We'll see it for Nitro, where that streak continues.
Ooh, what's up? We're back on Nitro, and Justin, this is the first Nitro with our new world champion, Shannon Moore.
Yeah, that's crazy that he's champion.
It's something.
Am I wrong?
It's great. It's something new, Justin. We want something new.
Yeah.
Don't you know new always means good?
Yeah, I guess so. Let's get into it, Jen.
Yes, I agree.
Oh no, Shannon Moore underperformed.
We start the show off with we hear, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the new WCW World Heavyweight Champion, Shannon Moore. And Shannon Moore comes out. He's got his belt. He gets in the ring and he says, "Hello, Florida!" Everyone's popping, because it's Shannon Moore. Everyone loves Shannon Moore. He says, "If you didn't see a Great American Bash, then you missed the biggest win of my career. I cashed in my Cruiserweight Championship win, and I became World Heavyweight Champion. And, I've dreamt of being a world champion ever since I was a kid, ever since I became a professional wrestler, and it's just, wow, it's crazy. It's absolutely mind-boggling, and people all week have been talking to me saying that they couldn't believe it, and I gotta tell you, I can't believe it either. I'm just so happy and honored to represent this company and to be your world champion. And the crowd cheers. They're happy to see Shannon Moore get his win. He says, there's so much I want to do as champion. There's so many guys I can't wait to duke it up and mix it up with, and I don't even know where to start, but I'll tell you this. And then Shawn Michaels' music hits. And he comes to the ring and he says,
"I'm just a sexy boy."
Shannon, I want to say, great job, kid. You did a great job at Great American Bash, and you got one over on Chris Jericho, and you got one over on the Heartbreak Kid. Well, listen, when I came to this company, I said I wanted to be a champion, and even though technically I've already done it, that was a messy win. A lot of shenanigans came into play, and it wasn't how I wanted to do it. I was looking forward to winning the right way in the one-on-one match, but then you came and, threw in some more shenanigans. So basically, Shannon, what I'm asking is, from one champion to another, I want my rematch, and I want it at Bash at the Beach. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, taking on Shannon Moore, the Miracle Kid, the showstopper versus the show opener. Shannon, I'm just kidding. I really am very proud of you, but I do want to challenge you one-on-one for the world title. And Shannon says, Shawn, first of all, show opener, but the show opener is holding gold and you're not. So I'm the show opener. What does that make you? The show stealer. I already said that. Were you not listening? All right, Shawn, listen. If you want a shot at the world championship, then fine. But listen, I was told by Hulk Hogan tonight that it was a number one contenders match, a 6-man number one contenders match. And Shawn, you're in it. So if you want to fight me that bad, if you want an opportunity at this belt, then you better win the main event. And I'll be watching carefully. Let me tell you something, Shawn. I've worked my whole life for this, and I'll be damned if I lose it on my first title defense. Shawn, between you and me, if you are my opponent at Bash at the Beach, you better bring your A game. Because it's going to take more than a super kick, a crotch chops to beat me. Shawn Michaels says, well, kid, enjoy your night as champ and enjoy the few days leading up to the pay-per-view, because, mark my words, I'm going to win. And at Bash at the Beach, I'm going to take that belt back. Justin, Shawn Michaels is in a 6-man main event tonight.
Is he going to win?
Who knows? We'll have to see. There are 5 other guys in it.
I'm going to guess he will. I don't even know any other guys in it, Chad.
I'm sure we'll find out tonight. And just in our opening match, Brian Knobbs versus Chris Hero. About that decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Chris Hero defeats Brian Knobbs with a hero's welcome.
Ooh. What's Brian Knobbs doing here?
Jobbing to Chris Hero.
What's he doing here?
I don't know. And Justin, we have ourselves a fatal 4-way match to determine the number 1 contender for Queen Sharmel's women's title at Bash at the Beach. And in this match, Debbie Malenko, Justin, defeats Naomi Tomi. Wow. I am having a stroke. Toyoma, China, and Beth Phoenix.
Toyota.
I tried to combine all their names together.
Manami
Toyota. Yes, I know. I tried to combine all their names together. Beth Phoenix was the weak link.
Yeah.
Really, they came up with everyone's performances.
She was.
Still got a 46.
Yeah. Yeah, got a 66 overall. Debbie Malenko pinning Toyota. So Toyota coming in and instantly getting pinned. Not a good look for someone that you gave a lot of money to.
Debbie Malenko is celebrating in the ring after the win, and she leaves. And then China and Beth Phoenix, they're standing around after the match, and Beth Phoenix jumps China after the match, Justin.
What the fuck's that about?
I don't know. She attacks her after the match.
Oh, hell yeah.
Speaking of
Give
people
me a
who had,
hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Planet Ahmed.
Planet Ahmed is here. They're all in the ring, and Ahmed, he has the tag team title standing next to Big Daddy V, and he says, did you miss me? Because I was gone, and when I was gone, Planet Ahmed kind of fell off the tracks. We lost the tag team titles. We were on a bit of a losing streak, but don't worry, because as soon as I came back, I set us back on a winning path. We have the tag team titles, me and Big Daddy V. And the only thing that I have a problem with now is the fact that I'm not in the main event tonight. Because you see, I am a former world champion. I'm a multiple-time tag team champion. I've held the tag team championships with countless wrestlers. Keep putting them on my back, mind you. But, it's okay, because listen, people will answer for that disrespect. And it's only a matter of time. But you know what? We're going to set a statement tonight. We're going to set a statement not just to management in the back, not just to you fans, but to all the wrestlers in the back who think they can try to take these belts from us and who think they can stand in our way by getting every other championship in this company. Please, how about my tag team partner, Big Daddy V's opponent? Come out here and seal your fate.
Who's it going to be, Chad? His opponent comes out. It's former 6.
It's former X-Pac. It's 6. And then he's a match. Big Daddy V pins 6 with a big splash.
This match got a big 72 here.
Yeah.
Decent little match right there.
Decent little match. Big Daddy V splashed 6 so hard, he had to go to the hospital.
Oh.
Collapsed one of 6's lungs.
Not again.
People are saying. We come back, Justin, and this match, the commentator's explaining this. They said we've got a Tough Enough showcase, Chuck Palumbo and his coach, Fit Finlay, with former Tough Enough coach, because of course his rookie Batista was eliminated, but Hardcore Holly is still friends with Fit Finlay, and he's teaming up to take on Tommy Dreamer and his rookie, Carly Colon, and of course, if we're getting our friends involved, Tommy Dreamer's friend Sabu. It's a 6-man, and it is a match. Palumbo, Finlay, and Holly defeat Dreamer, Sabu, and Colon when Hardcore Holly pins Carly Colon with a flying leg drop.
These fucking young rookies suck. Getting pinned here.
Listen, they're rookies, and these are experienced veterans. You know, it's going to be tough. It's going to be challenging. Oh my God, Palumbo sustained a sprained wrist.
That's not good.
Not good.
Oh, brother.
Hulk Hogan comes to he's in his office, and he's looking puzzled, and people go, ladies and gentlemen, please, we're here with the general manager of Nitro, Hulk Hogan. Hulk, we came here tonight because we wanted to ask who the other members of the main event are tonight for Shannon Moore's #1 contendership. And he said, you know, brother, Shawn Michaels, of course, is in there. He's going to be wrestling RVD, Mick Foley, Chris Kanyon, Nash, and Bret, the Hitman Hart. But sorry, brother, I just got a really weird email from Ted Turner. Oh, and what's that? He says, I got to think of a blockbuster main event for Bash at the Beach, and if I disappoint, he says that the consequences could be dire.
Oh, he's gonna die.
I don't know what that means, brother, but I gotta answer this. I gotta answer this. Please, get out of my office.
Or it's Vince calling him. He asks him if he wants to borrow any main eventers.
Nonsense. You got plenty of them on Nitro. And Justin, we have here a 90. We got Chris Benoit taking on the franchise, Shane Douglas. And about that Super Wrestling Great Heat, Benoit defeats Shane Douglas with the Dragon Suplex. Man, Chris Benoit just crushing it.
I think this is our first time running with Styles and Heenan because they have pretty good chemistry together.
Ooh.
So
nice, we're saved.
I think we're saved.
We're saved. We're saved, Justin. We're saved.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, so Chris Benoit is celebrating in the ring. He's holding his belt. And Paul Heyman, you know, he gets in the ring because, of course, he was in the ring. And he says, Chris Benoit, you know, the fact of the matter is, you, since coming back, have been on quite a run. And you may have crushed Shane Douglas. And you've been running through a laundry list of opponents. But I have to ask you, Chris, do you feel like you could beat any other members of the Heyman guys? And Benoit says,
probably easily.
Yes, Benoit actually says, yes, probably easily. Exactly that. Justin, I didn't know you were playing the role of Chris Benoit tonight. Wow.
Oh, no, I'm not. I don't want anything to do with Chris Benoit. Do not paint me as Chris Benoit.
He says, well, Mr. Positive, if you think you could defeat one of my guys, then how about this? How about at Bash at the Beach? You go one-on-one. Beach. Against a Paul Heyman guy of my choosing. He says, can it be Suzuki? It might be Suzuki. It could be anyone of my guys.
It could be Taz.
He says, I want Suzuki. Well, I don't really care what you think you want, Minoru Suzuki. But you must know, if you get in the ring with Suzuki, it could be the last thing I want Suzuki. And then Paul Heyman, he's just like, you will get, if you accept, you'll get whoever I pick. I'll accept if you give me Suzuki. And Paul Heyman says, oh, you hear that? He accepted. Great. And then you watch your back. Because my guys, and he says, I don't care. I want Suzuki. And then Paul Heyman freaks out. He just takes off his jacket, gets in Benoit's face, and says, don't interrupt Paul Heyman when I'm talking to you. And Chris Benoit, he headbutts Paul Heyman to get him to shut up.
No.
Paul Heyman, he like falls to the ground and he's like selling the headbutt, and Benoit grabs the microphone and says, I would like Suzuki. And then throws the microphone down.
Fucking polite guy Benoit over here.
And walks to the back.
Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. Now, shut the fuck up, Benoit.
I like Suzuki, if you please.
All right, your main event on the...
Oh, Justin!
Wow!
We just inducted 5 members to the 100 club.
That's insane. Styles saved you.
Wow, Joey Styles, you lovely man. Justin, we got a 100 match.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Shawn Michaels, big win over the 5 other guys that were barely promoted today.
Yeah. So, Justin, here's the thing that I didn't book, right? So this match was actually an elimination match. I don't know if you knew this, Justin.
I didn't, because you didn't
match.
book it or tell me.
You know, well, I didn't know. I don't know if a 6-man singles elimination was a match or not. But nonetheless, do you know who the last 2 men in that match were?
Canyon and Bret Hart.
No, silly. Shawn Michaels won. Were you not? Can you not read? But you were right about one of them. The last 2 men were Shawn Michaels and Bret
Kevin
Hart.
Nash.
And
you better,
so
wrap it up.
They highlighted that. But yeah, it was Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart were the last 2 men. They went back and forth, back and forth. It was a very physical match. Bret Hart was very aggressive, but in the end, Shawn Michaels won.
God damn it! This Nitro did better.
And then after the match, Shannon Moore gets in the ring to shake Shawn Michaels' hand. Shawn Michaels shakes it back, and then Shannon Moore kicks Shawn Michaels in the dick.
Oh, the AJ Styles Nakamura feud.
And then hits him with a Moorgasm, Justin, and lays him out.
Comes on him.
Yeah.
Ew.
And that's the show. And we got a one more for the good guys.
You still got to deal with SmackDown, buddy.
That's okay. We had the best show on Monday night, and that's...
Matt, we only keep track of the whole week, buddy. Remember that. Remember that. We'll see you. We'll see you because hockey's back on.
Yep. And we're here on SmackDown, Justin. Let's see if SmackDown can be the...
Bro, Nitro laid the SmackDown on Raw. What the fuck was that about? Out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere. Well, I mean, I knew it all along. Listen, you've made me dangerous because you gave me 3 weeks to think of stories.
Yeah, and you kept telling me, I have writer's block, Justin. I can't think of anything.
Perhaps I was holding your leg.
Oh, my leg loves to be pulled.
Oh.
Which leg am I talking about?
Oh.
We start off Friday Night SmackDown, though, Chad. No promo, nothing. We're starting hot and heavy. Octagon makes his way down to the ring. John Cena makes his way down to the ring. They have a good back and forth match. But after everything, we even gets one of those commercial breaks. And then we come back and then we get the finish. John Cena gets the win. In 15:22, he celebrates in the middle of the ring, Chad. John Cena picks up a big win. And then the lights go out, Chad.
Oh, they got to fix the electrical issue in WWF. This happens a lot.
And the lights come back on. And he's surrounded by 4 men. And 1 man outside of the ring. He's got a microphone. He says, John Cena, prepare to meet your demise. Prepare to meet the departed. What the fuck is the departed, Chad?
The departed? Oh no. A new tag
these
team,
guys
perhaps.
These guys, you can recognize 3 of them. We see Gene Snitsky. We see Gangrel. We see the big red monster Kane. And we see a new man, Chad. We see a new man. First off, who's on the microphone? And who is this masked man no one knows? Well, the microphone man is Don Callis of WCW fame. But the masked man is Silence. Formerly known as Roadkill.
Okay.
And they beat down John Cena, Chad.
Wow.
It's the departed.
I repackaged Roadkill.
Kane, Silence, Gangrel, and Snitsky. 4 dudes I don't know anything to do with, so I put them in a spooky, creepy stable led by Don Callis.
Oh.
Don Callis is here, Chad.
Oh, look at that. Don Callis.
We move on. Backstage, the Gentlemen's Club are watching the TV. They're like, what the fuck was that? Woof. And Clyde Flanders walks in, and they're like, hey, whoa. And Booker's like, hey, hold up, guys. He's with me. At King of the Ring, we saw Clyde Flanders here go through the gauntlet. Randy and Rick, I don't know what you're getting up and heavy about. He beat you at King of the Ring. And they're like, oh, shit. Hey, fuck you, Clyde. All right, we're going to give him a little test run of what the Gentlemen's Club is all about. Clyde, step through that door. Step behind that rope. Step in to the Gentlemen's Club. So it's Clyde Flanders, Chad. It's part of the Gentlemen's Club.
Yeah.
I forgot to put Kimberly Page in this. DDP wasn't in that promo because he's in the ring right now with Abaddon, Chad. And DDP beats Abaddon in 10-12 with the Diamond Cutter. A big little match right there. It gets a 64. We move on. Jeff Jarrett, he's got the crowd in the palm of his hands, Chad. He's singing along. Sing with them. He's singing his hit, his #1 Billboard charts, top 100, Hot 100, Grammy-winning song, Dixie. It's Jeff Jarrett. And he's coming out. He's singing his song. He's doing his thing. He's in a match now, Chad. Jeff Jarrett in a match. And he takes on La Parca.
Oh.
It gets an 84. What a match this was, Chad.
Former Clam Crew.
Former Clam crew indeed. La Parca with La Sharka and La Tonka and La Pupa. Jeff Jarrett defeats La Parca in 14:38 with a figure 4 leg lock. Backstage, we go back. We the camera cuts.
La Fartka.
Are you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Daniels and Tajiri are backstage. They just watched that match, and they're trying to figure out what's next for the light heavyweight champion, Chris Daniels. Tajiri's fought for the titles here and there recently, but he still has his alliance to Christopher Daniels, the turncoat, as they call him, Chad. The turncoat, Chris Daniels. Why do they call him the turncoat?
I don't know. I like that nickname, though.
Because he turned on his friends back in WCW. It's a little play on that. Remember, he was the spy.
You remember that? Yeah, he was the Rat.
He's the Rat. But he can't be called the Rat here because we already have the Rat Boys.
Watch yourself, Daniels.
What the fuck was this about, Chad?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. Eric Bischoff came out to the ring. And he was just talking about his new love of poetry and delivers a wonderful slam poem for everyone to hear.
Slam poetry. Actually, this is just an announcement of the main event tonight. We get Eddie Guerrero taking on Perry Saturn in our main event tonight, Jen.
He announced that via slam poem.
Clyde Flanders and Booker T, they're backstage. They're doing their thing. They do what men do at a gentleman's club. They're just chilling, they're vibing. They got the cigars, they got the bubbly, they got the boobies. They got everything they need. And then Ric Flair comes up to him like, "Hey, did you forget about your match out there, Booker?" And he's like, oh, shucky ducky quack quack. Oh, no. Shit. Clyde, come on. It's a tag team match. Booker T and Clyde Flanders are tagging tonight, Chad. They take on TNT. And Clyde Flanders and Booker T. Clyde Flanders got an 81 in-ring. What in the fuck? So Clyde Flanders pins Tony Mamaluke with a pile driver. Clyde Flanders is the hottest act in all of wrestling right now.
Well, I don't know about that.
Who's hotter?
Shannon Moore.
Is he, though? Shannon Moore. More like Shannon Bohr.
Oh, no.
Clyde Flanders and Booker T get a big win over the TNT. What does this mean for Clyde and Booker T? What does this mean for Clyde Flanders and the Gentlemen's Club? It looks like he might be a full-on member. While that match is going off screen, we have Renee Sylvain and Rob Garnier. They're drawing on it. You know those big pieces of paper that are blue and you write your plan on them? What are those called, Chad?
Index or sticky notes?
No, it's a blueprint. An index sticky note. A sticky note. Yeah, they're when they construct new buildings, they write their plans on a fucking sticky note. Not a blueprint.
A post-it note.
If I could fist fight someone through a TV, it'd be you. And I'm not even looking at a TV. they're deceiving a plan. They feel like they've been robbed and screwed of the tag team belts from Chavo and Latin Lover once again, and they're conniving a way to get those tag belts off of them. It's LA Resistance. Move backstage. Mystico and King Iakea have a great match in the middle of the ring. Mystico defeats King Iakea in 15:03 with a 619 we saw last night, or at King of the Ring. Mystico came in third place at the King of the Ring. And he gets a microphone, and he says, I had a one hell of a run at King of the Ring. I finally proved to everyone in the SmackDown locker room, in the Raw the Raw roster, whatever, WCW, TNA, doesn't matter, that I'm a true heavyweight. I belong in this division. I belong fighting for the World Heavyweight Championship. And speaking of that, Psychosis, I'm calling you out. I want to prove myself. I want to prove that I belong in this division. Next week, I want to fight for that World Heavyweight Championship of yours. Mystico calling out Psychosis for the World Heavyweight Championship next week, and Psychosis comes out and he shakes his hand. He accepts it. We're getting Mystico, Psychosis for the World Heavyweight Championship next week, Chad, on Friday night SmackDown.
What a match that'll be.
That is going to be a huge match, but I think that leads to our main event of the night, Eddie Guerrero and Perry Saturn. No, we get the promo of them walking out together first. And now we get that match. A 97. They have great chemistry. Eddie got 100. Eddie Guerrero defeats Perry Saturn in 1806 with a frog splash. One hell of a match. But Eddie Guerrero proving why he's the face and the ace of Friday Night SmackDown, defeating Perry Saturn, former United States Championship, to end the wrestling matches of the night, though. We have one more segment, Chad. Stone Cold comes out, and you already know what he wants. He wants answers for why The Undertaker came back at King of the Ring and called Stone Cold Steve Austin the crown, the throne, the title match at SummerSlam, and he's calling out. He says, if I can't beat Psychosis at SummerSlam, Taker, I want to beat your ass once again. I'm calling you out for SummerSlam. And then the lights go out, Chad. Bong.
Oh, no. A damn electrical problem.
Bong. And the lights keep going. They're out for a little bit. They're out for like 30 to 45 seconds. The lights come back on. Stone Cold is surrounded by a Hell in a Cell. You want a match with me, Stone Cold? I'm going to take your ass to hell. Hell in a...
Fuck.
Hell in a COVID. Hell in a cell.
Clear your throat, son. What?
Oh, my God. I hurt my throat doing that. We're getting Taker and Austin Hell in a Cell at WWF SummerSlam, Chad.
That's going to be sick.
That was the promo right there. 95, we tie with Nitro. You can't get a solo win on my watch, Chad.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. The morale in the Pringle camp just went drastically down. WCW floundering. They are #down bad. We'll see if it's done. We'll see. Well, I mean, you still haven't won a single week.
Yeah,
Are you going to take ties? Are you happy with ties?
Listen, Ty's not losing.
Typical Detroit Lion fan.
And we are here with Thunder. Justin, listen. At worst, we're getting a tie this week.
But
if Thunder can do it, if Thunder can squeak out a 96,
I'm gonna write down tie. I don't believe it.
If Thunder can squeak out a 96,
you could take your ties. You usually get a tie a month, but you still have not had a solo win since February week 2.
Listen, this could be it. This could be the show. Only time will tell.
I don't think it is, Chad. I think you know that too.
I think the last couple matches could squeak it out.
I'm very excited for the Tough Enough segment here tonight.
Alrighty, Sylvester Stallone is here. He's with the Tap Out crew. He's got a microphone, and he says, "We got a big show tonight, but I've got 3 big announcements." That's right, 3 big announcements. Just like the 3 big men standing beside me, I've got an announcement. 1 announcement per big man. I'm so funny. All right, first things first. I want to say congratulations to Shannon Moore, the Cruiserweight champion who won the WCW World Heavyweight Championship last night. It's good to see 2 Thunder guys are world champion. However, I woke up this morning and I had a realization. We got 2 men who hold like every belt on our company. Pretty much. We got Samoa Joe, who holds the Universal title, the television title, and my 24/7 title. Then we got the aforementioned Shannon Moore with the Universal and Cruiserweight title. I've decided only 1 title to be held per person in this company, and that's why, effective immediately, I'm stripping Shannon Moore and Samoa Joe of belts. Now, since the World Heavyweight Championship is Nitro's property, I can't strip him of that world title. I must strip him of the Cruiserweight title. So at Bash at the Beach, we're going to crown a new Cruiserweight champion. Samoa Joe, I'm going to give you an opportunity. You can either vacate. you can vacate.
The fuck you laughing about?
You can vacate the Universal, the television, or the 24/7 titles. You can keep one, but you must immediately vacate the other 2. And whichever 2 you don't pick to keep, we will crown new champions at Bash at the Beach. Now listen, the television championship and the 24/7 title, those are 2 great championships if you decided to keep them. I know 1 man in particular who could be Universal champion. And he pats Shamrock on the back. But it won't be these men, because I've got my 3rd announcement. It dawned on me. We've got Cruiserweight tag team titles. A long time ago, when we ended the brand split, we unified our tag titles, the Universal and the Thunder and the Nitro tag titles. Well, I'm using my power to ununify them. I'm ununifying the tag titles. So, Planet Ahmed, they can keep the Nitro titles. That's fine. However, that means we now have our Thunder tag titles. Now, listen, they gotta, I'm not a wizard. I can't just magically create tag titles. So they'll be here next week. However, I am announcing right now the inaugural revived Thunder Tag Team Champions. There are 2 men who have put this brand, this roster on their backs since being here. There's a tear to my eye. The new, improved, reigning, defending Thunder Tag Team Champions are the Tap Out crew, Ken Shamrock and Vader. And the crowd is booing this. They hate this. And he's like, yes, hold your applause. We will have their belts next week. And I'll tell you what, I don't know who they're going to defend those belts because they're fighting champions. They're going to defend those belts at Bash at the Beach. And I'm not sure who they're going to face yet. We'll worry about that down the line. But tonight and next week, we celebrate the new Thunder Tag Team Champions. And Justin, the Tap Out crew, they all come in for a group hug.
This stinks.
It's supposed to stink. They're the bad guys, Justin.
Yeah,
you should
I know.
hate this.
I do.
And Justin, we have just been told that this match will fill one of the spots of the Cruiserweight Championship match at Bash at the Beach. And about that, good wrestling And a decent reaction from the crowd. Billy Kidman defeats Drago with a shooting star press.
Good for Billy Kidman.
Yeah, so Billy Kidman is going to be one of the men having an opportunity to win the Cruiserweight title.
Nice.
And nice indeed. And Justin, we've got another match right here. Wow, they've got great chemistry.
Yeah, they
I
do.
told Justin I'd be looking pretty nervous if I were you.
About what?
About the head because we have the best show of the week. Lance Storm versus Stardust, but Lance Storm couldn't get the job done. Team Canada couldn't beat Team Canada when Stardust won with a flying Stardust.
You're right.
He won with a flying bulldog.
So flying lariat, but okay. You need to get together. Get it. Sit down. I'll do this promo. You get
okay,
your mind right.
I got it. Shark Boy and Lodi are on their way to the arena, and Justin, they're stopped by a man in a suit holding a list. And Lodi and Shark Boy, they say, "Hey man, listen, can you move?" I said, "What are your names?" And Lodi says, "What are our names? You mean you don't recognize OD and Shark Boy?" It's like Lodi, Shark Boy. No, I don't see you guys on the list. Shark Boy's like, "What list are you talking about?" And the bouncer says, the two cool kids list. You're not on it, so you can't get into the too cool party. And they're like, what are you talking about? And then Grandmaster Sexay and Scotty Too Hottie, they walk up from behind and they go, "Yeah, sorry, nerds. We've decided to have ourselves a little party in the backstage in the locker rooms. And, well, you two just didn't make the list, so you're not cool enough. So try again next week." And then, Justin, you can hear a bunch of, there's music. There's people, laughing. There's you can tell there's a banger of a party going on backstage, and they all go. And Shark Boy and Lodi, they go, what the hell? And Lodi says, "Oh, don't worry, Shark Boy. We're gonna crash that party.
We're gonna crash the party."
Justin, we have another singles match. Wow, we're getting really lucky with this chemistry.
Jesus Christ.
Justin, Jeff Hardy versus Val Venus, and in a decent match, Jeff Hardy defeats Val Venus with a Texas Cloverleaf.
Nice. Another great match that I care about.
Jeff Hardy grabs a microphone and he says, I got injured a little bit ago, but I was on a bit of a run before I got taken out, and I was only gone for a few weeks. I want my run to keep going. I want to keep winning big matches, and I hear that there is a new championship on the line. And let's be honest, Samoa Joe's probably not going to vacate the Universal title, though if he was, that would be awesome. And trust me, I know a guy who would love to compete for that. But if that television championship is open, and you're looking for someone to wrestle for it at Bash at the Beach, look no further than the charismatic enigma, Jeff Hardy. Justin, Jeff Hardy's throwing his name in the TV title race.
Wow. That's interesting.
And Justin, Samoa Joe comes down to the ring. He's got all three of his belts. He says, Sylvester Stallone gave me an ultimatum that I have to pick which one of these belts I'm going to keep and what two I'm going to strip. I'll tell you right now, this piece of trash is going. And he throws the 24/7 title outside of the ring. He says, the TV title, belt that a lot of great wrestlers have held, and also Ken Shamrock has held it. And the Universal title. Of course, as much as I would love to defend this TV title, there's no way I can give the Universal title up. That's why, Jeff Hardy, I heard you say a little bit ago you wanted to fight for a belt. Well, I don't know who's fighting for it, but I am hereby officially vacating the television championship, which means now I can focus solely on the Universal title. And I don't have an opponent for Bash at the Beach yet. However, and then Steven Regal's music hit. And he says, "Oh, sunshine, I couldn't help but overhear that you were looking for an opponent to fight at Bash at the Beach. Well, of course, I beat Raven 3 times in a row. I also beat Lodi a bunch. I also beat Stardust a bunch. I've done a lot of winning since the brand split. And I can't think of any bastard who'd rather get in the ring and fight you one-on-one than me. So Samoa Joe, you've been called a killer. You've been called a monster. But Samoa Joe, to me, you're nothing more than an overrated, bargain bin Brock Lesnar. And the crowd pops at this. What a burn from from Steven Regal. He says, so Samoa Joe, if you're looking to get in a good old scrap, I can't think of any man to fight you than me. So this is me, officially throwing down the challenge at Bash at the Beach, Samoa Joe versus Steven Regal for the Universal title. Samoa Joe, he looks at Regal and he says, listen, Regal, if you want to fight me, we can fight. But why wait till Bash at the Beach? How about we get in this ring and we beat the hell out of each other right now? And Regal, he says, that sounds like a bloody good time to me. And Regal, he gets in the ring and the two square up and go face to face, nose to nose. But then the Sweet Sensations music hits. They all look, and Chris Candido and Shane Helms come out and they go, listen, Joe, listen, you had this big announcement on what title you were going to keep. At the end of the day, no one gives a damn. Because there's only one championship on Thunder that matters, and that's the Cruiserweight Tag Team Championships, and that's held by the Sweet Sensations. Now, Joe, Regal, if you guys want to fight each other, that's fine, but why don't you guys fight each other backstage or like across the street or anywhere not in this ring? Because these fans don't care about you. They care about us. All right. And Shamrock, Vader, whatever, those tag team titles, they're the second banana tag titles because the only tag team titles that matter are the ones that we earned. We weren't just given. So Vader, Shamrock, if you're looking for a tag team, wrestle for those titles, well, maybe you could challenge us. But first, let's show how we deserve those tag titles by, and how about we beat the hell out of Joe and Regal tonight? And Helm says, that sounds like a great idea to me, Chris Candido. Let's show them what happens when you mess with the Sweet Sensations. And Samoa Joe and Regal look at each other. And Regal says, we'll beat the hell out of each other, Joe. But first, let's fight these two nerds tonight. Joe says, yeah, boys. We'll give you guys some time to get ready because your asses are ours tonight. Listen, Joe and Regal versus the Sweet Sensations in a tag team tonight.
Let's go.
But first, we've got a match. And Justin, we have just been informed that this is another Cruiserweight Championship match. So one of these two men are going to see Kidman at Bash at the Beach. And Justin, and about that great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, AJ Styles defeats Matt Hardy with a Styles Clash.
Nice. Big win right there for AJ Styles. But this match didn't have it had a lack of psychology.
Oh.
Unfortunate. And we finally get that tag match here now too.
And we get the tag. They wanted to give him an opportunity to get ready. And ready they did. Because then about that had good wrestling and decent reaction from the crowd. Regal and Samoa Joe defeat the Sweet Sensations when Joe tapped out Chris Candido with a Dragon Sleeper.
Decent little match right there. The champ and the contender. Big win.
And after the match, Regal and Joe, they said they were going to fight after the match. So they did. They started beating the hell out of each other.
I'll beat the bloody piss out of you.
Yeah. And Justin, our main event tonight, Owen Hart versus Raven. I had a promo that was supposed to set this up. I think I forgot to book it. We just had this random match. But that's okay.
That's you.
I had a promo that set this up, but that's okay. Our main event, Owen Hart versus Raven. And about that super wrestling great heat, Owen Hart defeated Raven with a sharpshooter, Justin.
Yes, he did. Got a 91.
91. After the match, Owen and Raven, they get in the ring and they're staring each other down, and
then they kiss.
And these two took each other to the limits. And Owen, he extends a hand. And Raven's looking at it. Listen, Raven shakes Owen Hart's hand.
Why? Raven's not a heart.
Maybe he has a heart, after all.
He doesn't. The last 4 years of the save, I don't think Raven has a heart. All his he keeps turning on his boys. They're all in WWF now. It got a worst show of the week. Oh my God.
We end the week with a tie.
At this point right here, where Chad said, "Are you getting nervous now, Justin?" And then ends up with the worst one of this week. That's crazy. That's called karma.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah. We'll see you for week 2, episode 17. Chad, how do you feel about next week?